Welcome to the anomaly, the contradistinct, uncensored, unmonetizable, and deemed unwatchable by the mainstream masses. We are the ones they cannot control and attempt to hold back, but together we form revolution. The Rambosia. Welcome to John Rambo Presents the show. Stay ballsy. Don't take any shit from anyone.
Sir, are you there?
Yes.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right.
You feeling better from last week?
A bit. I've actually taken the brace off.
Did you have a brace?
Mm-hmm.
You did?
I bought it at the grocery store. It was great.
So you got your own brace?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put it on
brace?
again to clip my nails, though.
A lot of people are very concerned for you. You put this picture up.
Well, I promised you I'd put up a photo, so I had to do it.
You looked like you were beaten to a pulp.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Oh, so you looked like you were beaten by the Batman. You had several wounds that would go along with the Batman beating because you had like the black eye.
Yup, the scratches on the face from those little ridges on his gloves, which just seemed to be mean, honestly.
Like you ran for a bit and then like a batarang hit you. You had like a slice on your forehead. So you're doing better.
Yeah.
Okay. We want to see another picture with you with the brace on.
It's just a stupid little thumb brace.
I thought you hated braces, man.
I do. My thumb feels all weird because it hasn't really had motion for like a week.
We're filming the Schnozzman Hole Punch stuff, and we got you on an arm brace.
Sling, man. That's a sling. Slings are the devil.
He would not stop complaining about the sling.
The sling was awful.
Which is meant to be comfortable for your arm. It's supposed to be like a comfort.
No, it's not a comfort. The thing is a shackle.
Well, anyway, a lot of medical stuff last week's show. You with your injuries. I, of course, had testicular exam, which I just spoke about.
Mm-hmm.
I had a physical, and I found the letter. I wanted to bring this letter up to your attention last week. I couldn't find it, but I did find it now. I'm going to read it to you. So keep in mind, this gentleman examined my testicles, and then you get this in the mail. And he says, "It was great meeting you the other day. I am proud to say you're an exemplary patient. You have a great cholesterol metabolism, and you have a great sugar metabolism as well. You are an example for all of your friends and family to follow. Keep up the good work, and have a great spring."
Dang. Dude, I wish my doctor loved me that much.
This is the first time I met this guy. But I think
dude. I think he's going to give you flowers next time.
I hope so, but I think he's very polite, and if you are going to let someone fondle you, that's the polite thing to do, is to send a letter like that, and that's what you want. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you would want in return for letting someone do that. So, I'm very physically fit, John. My issues are more mental and financial. So if you want to help me out with those, that's fine. I help you with the physical side, because I'm a physical specimen of the gods.
You help me with the physical side by making me shove myself into a bush.
If you drink my urine, you would gain powers. We'll talk about that in a little while. Urine drinking. But anyway, welcome to El Show. My name is John. I'm joined by, here comes O.J. Cottontail hopping down the pulpy trail. Ladies and gentlemen, O.J.'s here.
That's me?
With the brace on. And of course, we're available on iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, STAYBALLSY.com.
And your face.
Just everything. My goal is to have as many viewers as we have, as many platforms. So each person gets their own individual platform to check it out on.
Oh, wow.
That's the goal. Maybe someday here. You know.
Yeah.
STAYBALLSY.com. Have you seen this thing? It's incredibly beautiful.
It's shiny.
It's pretty amazing. More than we deserve. And a lot of hard work went into it. We built it, I think, for like under $200. I think we put together this thing.
Wow.
And it looks. Have you seen a better site than this? I don't think one exists.
No.
Sounds so genuine on your answers. No.
Well, it's true. There are no other sites with as many pictures of me, or you for that matter.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at here.
Yeah. Makes it the best.
We want pictures of you in a brace. We don't have that on there yet. I want to see a picture of you in a full body cast, and I want to hang it up on my wall.
I really hope that never becomes a thing that happens.
I hope not either.
Thank you.
All right. Don't fight Batman anymore, you know?
I didn't bite Fat Man.
But Sarah Fix put this thing together. It's incredible. We actually added a new thing last week. If you go to the show page, you go to the MP3 archives page, there's like a player, and you can scroll through every episode. You can stream it. You can download it.
Nice.
It's wild.
Yup.
It's wild stuff.
Every once in a while, there might be an instance of me vomiting up some words.
OJ's blogging.
Yeah.
Randomly.
I gotta get better than once every 3 weeks, though.
Something that amazing, you know, it's the weight. The drama. You create the drama.
Kill the drama.
So last week was April Fool's.
Or was it?
This week was Easter.
Oh, yeah.
So those holidays just coming at you, like left and right here. You know. Why don't we combine the two holidays, John?
April Feaster?
They're too close together. You know? And you can do stuff like hide some eggs in an elderly neighbor's home as an Easter prank. And then a year later, the scent and the smell, they have to move. They don't know what happened because you hid them in the walls.
I mean, one of the worst pranks you can do.
Prank of all. Getting someone to move out of their home, yeah.
I mean, you can do there's another horrible prank like that you can do that's really, really bad.
What do you got?
Well...
I'm trying to help people be festive, so tell us.
You take a bag of shrimp, a Ziploc bag of shrimp.
Yeah, you've done this before.
You stick it in the walls or an air conditioning vent or something.
Uh-huh.
And the bag is sealed at first, so it's not going to do anything. But as the items in the bag decompose, it generates gas, and the gas eventually pops the bag, and then the smell comes out.
This is vile, Joe. Where'd you come up with this?
I don't know. I read it somewhere.
This is what your dreams have turned to.
My dreams were weird, man. Don't get started.
Oh, we know. You don't have to tell us.
Yeah.
We are more aware than anyone that exists on this earth.
Of how weird my dreams
those that have
are?
listened to this program, yes. The monkey you murdered, all that stuff.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that monkey.
Kind of ironic, the two holidays involving eggs, Easter and Halloween. Very different purposes for the egg.
Halloween eggs?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. My gosh.
You go to OJ's home and throw them at him.
Hey, I live in my home.
Do you have fond memories of Easter? Easter baskets, maybe? Did you do any of that stuff? Color the eggs. Did you do designs?
Yeah. Well, not this year, but in the past, definitely.
As a child, what did you do?
Oh, and as a child, it was coloring eggs all the way, except I was really terrible at it.
What do you mean, child? What did you do with did you spill the dye in the carpet?
Your
mother would slap you?
No. I just tried to be too clever, and I'd be like, all right, I'm going to hold this egg and dye the bottom this color and the top this color, and then I just get lazy and drop the stupid thing.
Yeah.
But it was always fun, like getting those little stickers you could put on them if you're lazy or if you've colored them and you want to be extra special.
Did you hollow the eggs out first?
Usually no. I mean, when I started doing egg dyeing for not Easter, I'd hollow them out first, but not for Easter, no.
I just remember having to eat eggs for like a week. Afterwards, because with these eggs that we colored, and then we got to eat them now. Can't go to waste.
They're gross. I'm not a big fan of hard-boiled eggs in general.
Well, you could do other stuff with the egg, you know.
Well, what are you gonna? Well, it's been out. You have to cook it first.
No, you see them for Halloween. Did you go to church?
So bad.
Did you go to church
this year?
Yeah, did you go to church this year?
No, dude, this year, I was on call and did, next to nothing. I sat in my house and ate barbecue.
Barbecued rabbit.
No, just
that's what barbecue. I said to everyone on Easter. I was like, we're supposed to have rabbit today. And they're like, what?
And nobody got it?
They were, horrified by that.
I mean, rabbit's only bad if it's all you eat.
Yeah. People get really weird about a certain animal. Like, we're eating chicken or whatever. That's fine. The rabbit, you're sick. They're crazy.
People have been eating rabbit for centuries, for thousands of years.
Remember that restaurant we went to 100 years ago, and we had ostrich and
the one in the Fogo de Chao style place. That was a long time. The Brazilian barbecue.
They went out of business though.
Yeah, well, that was a chain.
But I remember we went there and we had we had a feast of meats.
Yeah, and I was too chicken to eat the quail.
Why? See, this is what I'm talking about. Ostrich, that's fine. Quail, that's crazy. Rabbit, that's crazy. But,
I didn't eat ostrich either. I was terrified of it.
What do you think's going to happen? It's going to grow inside of you? A little ostrich is going to
No, it's just like there's this tiny little bird on my plate and it didn't feel
those things
right.
are huge.
No, I'm talking about the quail, yo. The ostrich, I'm just like, this thing is terrifying. I don't know if I can eat. You know how long it took me to eat an effing duck, man?
Those things are terrible. Imagine an ostrich chasing you.
I've had an ostrich eat from my hand, man.
Do you eat lamb?
I've eaten lamb. Yeah, I eat lamb.
You got no problem with that?
But here's the thing, though.
The quail is a problem.
Here's the problem.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Yes, tell me.
If it's a baby, if it's a grown-up sheep, do they still call it lamb? I think they do.
Well, what else would they call it? Sheep?
That's the thing.
Give me some of that sheep.
Well, that's the thing, because a lamb is a baby sheep, right?
Sounds classier, lamb.
Right, but that's the thing. Like, lamb is baby sheep, but
newborn.
Like, I don't think that every single time you order lamb, it's a baby sheep. You know what I mean? Because we don't have another word for it. You're right.
Yeah, they got to come up with some kind of term. I think we got to start a petition, maybe. You're onto something here.
To rename lamb?
Rename lamb. I want to eat sheep and lamb together.
I mean, I know that there's some things are called mutton.
And
like
why
I don't know if that's a specific way of preparing the shoe.
So the baby is much more tasty than the adult? What happens to the adult lamb? It's just disgusting.
I don't know. I don't know.
All the wool gets in the meat.
I don't know if we only eat the baby ones or not. I honestly couldn't tell you.
Well, I only eat the babies.
Well, I mean, dude, look at
all I eat is baby animals.
I mean, look at veal and cows. If it's a baby, we call it veal. If it's grown up, we call it steak or cow.
They charge you $10 more for the veal.
Yeah, well, that's because, and veal is kind of weird.
Huh.
I mean, it was funny. When I was a little kid, my mom was feeding us veal, and I didn't know.
What'd you think it was?
She put it in the meatballs.
Oh, that happens, yeah.
Yeah,
that's an Italian specialty.
They're tasty meatballs.
Your mother's a traditional. I talked about last week, me and your mom are connecting. We're talking about you a lot.
Like plotting how to destroy me.
I'm very worried about you. That's what's going on, okay?
My mom worries about me. Oh my, let's not even go there.
Too,
oh
John.
My gosh.
You don't think I worry? Scared to death for you. Black eyes.
Death for me of what? The black eyes, dude?
Are you putting on the whole punch costume and going out in the night trying to stop crime? That was just a show we made, okay? We can't. Let's not go crazy. So, did you celebrate Jesus? Do you believe in Jesus? Don't answer that. We're not getting into that.
All I did this year was work, basically.
Yeah,
I worked Saturday, I worked Sunday, and I saw the Will Ferrell movie on Friday.
Easter's one of those holidays where it's like, whoa, it's here now? Oh, today.
Because it doesn't happen at the same time every year.
Yeah. And there's no real build to it. You know, Christmas is the build. And there's signs around you.
Yeah, Easter's just like, wait, it's Easter now.
That's now, today? Oh, shit. Where my
And
eggs
then it's
at?
gone, and you're just like, oh, okay. I missed that one. Sorry,
where's the
guys.
baby animals? Cook them up. Get the eggs going. Dye them. Pour the yolks on the baby animal. Put it in the oven. Let's cook it.
Oh, man. It just reminds me of eating like eggs and chicken at the same time.
You saw the Will Ferrell movie?
Yeah. It's called Get Hard.
Oh. Okay. I like Will Ferrell. I'm a fan. But I think all the stuff, it just screams on demand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
all of his I'll watch them all, but I wouldn't go.
Yeah, this movie wasn't bad, but like, it was I felt a little awkward watching it.
Really?
There's a lot of racial jokes.
Yes.
And
it's a racist comedy?
I don't know if I'd say it was racist, but
I'd say it's racist.
I don't know. Well, but Will Ferrell's character is basically a WASP, which is a racist term, I guess, against white Anglo-Saxon Protestants. Basically,
that was an acronym.
Yeah,
it's a racist acronym.
I guess so. I don't know. It's certainly not a nice thing to say, but he's basically a white rich guy who gets in trouble.
If you are one, it's okay to say it.
What?
I said, if you are one, then it's okay to say.
I guess.
Yeah, that's how it works.
But the basic plot is he realizes he's going to jail for a financial crime. So he hires a black man to teach him how to survive prison. Okay. It sounds like I've heard of this premise before. It sounds like something Hollywood would do. Yeah, it seems like, I don't know. But that sounds kind of weird. It wasn't bad. It had moments and it had an interesting cast. Like there's some people in it I didn't expect to see.
Yeah.
But
well, they got your money.
I'd watch it on demand, definitely.
Yeah, well, we like Stranger Than Fiction. You're a big fan, right?
That is one of my favorite Will Ferrell, if not my favorite Will Ferrell movie.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Because the movie really does make you think a lot.
Yeah, when that came out, he wasn't the biggest thing at that point.
Not yet. People were just like, "Why is this funny guy doing a serious movie?"
Right.
All
right. Well, Will Ferrell. Go check out his movies if you want. They're out there.
I know some movies you could check out.
We're going to talk about movies today, later in the program.
All right.
Don't start messing with my format.
Oh, I wasn't talking. Oh, I didn't mean that sort of. Okay, yeah.
I'm just joking, all right? Just calm down.
Oh, sorry.
The show's back 2 weeks in a row.
Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know if you saw the feedback last week. There's a lot of positive stuff going on.
People were very happy to hear from us again. It was really heartwarming to find out that people missed us so much.
You don't know what to expect.
No, sir.
Maybe they moved on. Some other big-nosed podcast co-host and another guy that likes Will Ferrell movies. But, a lot of people saying they like this audio format. They always preferred this audio format. See a lot of people say that finally they're back to that. And I had no idea. That's what you wanted. It's like I was a little taken aback. It's like being in a relationship for years. And every Wednesday you make what you believe is this person's favorite meal.
Yeah.
You dice up things. Maybe you actually cut your hand. Ooh. You do a taste test. Burn your tongue a little. Various sauces that you use stink up the whole house. You really work hard at this, and then a few years later they tell you, yeah, I never really wanted that in the first place.
I thought you liked liver and onions.
Yeah.
I thought you wanted baked Alaska every Tuesday forever.
That's what I assumed, but we found out otherwise. But, it's cool, as long as you're still checking it out. But it seemed like it worked out for us. We're kind of roll with this. And like I said, we're going to have a lot of other stuff going on. Sometimes we'll have some video. There's a lot of other videos coming out. I'm actually working on 2 videos at once right now that I should have one maybe over this weekend to come out.
Ooh.
Yeah, I kind of regret it. It's a lot of work and it's not really great.
Aww.
But I'm like, all right, I'm already 3/4 way in, so I'll finish it off and put it out at some point. So I think somebody might get a kick out of it. It's nothing special. It's a little thing.
Just a little thing here.
It's a little thing to check out, whatever. Ironically, John, you know about this. We're no longer streaming, but
yep.
Crazily, one morning I woke up, got an email from Twitch. They said twitch.tv/STAYBALLSY has been reinstated. It is back, and you can sign in. And here it is. If you remember, was this over a year ago? It was
a long time ago, dude.
We had twitch.tv/STAYBALLSY. We had about 1,000 followers, and we got banned. We got kicked off the site
because we weren't showing people streaming games.
For doing non-gaming content. Fast forward a couple months later, I'll let you take it from here. We went to a Twitch TV panel at Comic-Con because we were trying to go to the Spider-Man panel.
Spider-Verse!
We were trying to go to the Spider-Man panel, which was after it. You had to go to the panel before that one to get into the next one and clear the room.
Yeah,
and what did they
clear the room?
What did we hear, John, at this panel?
That Twitch.tv is incredibly happy to announce that we are now going to be supporting things more than just video games. We're really excited that we're going to be showing anything people can present. Maybe it's talking about movies. Maybe it's talking about sports. Maybe it's talking about television. We've expanded, everyone.
He's like,
isn't that great?
If you want to do like a talk show and just talk about like comics or something, that's fine. You want to play music? And I'm like, those are all the things I was doing. And got kicked off.
And then we got kicked off.
But the best part of that panel, if you remember this, but they opened up to Q&A, and the girl walks up, and she goes, "What is Twitch?" That was her question.
And the look on their faces.
And everyone in there was wearing Spider-Man costumes because they were all trying to go to Spider-Man like us,
Oh my gosh, that honestly, that hurt, man.
Yeah, but I was like, there's the revenge.
Yeah, right.
These Spider-Man fanatics have sought my revenge here,
Could I talk about Spider-Man on Twitch?
Much like the Spider-Man himself, they avenged me. There you go. It was the equivalent of them like just spinning webs all around them and whatever.
And just tying them up.
Yeah. That was the equivalent. What is Twitch? It's like, oh my god. Imagine doing a panel at Comic-Con and you're real excited about your panel at Comic-Con and
yeah.
Yeah, I would open up the Q&A. Who are you?
What have you? What? Like,
I would like it if it was me.
The sad thing is, like, if they'd even heard a single word that dude been saying the entire time, they would have had an idea of what Twitch was.
Why would you ask that? You know, I mean,
it's not cool, man.
If that was me, I'd be like, go to Google, type it in.
Well,
they were nice about it, though.
Well, my friend, a twitch is an involuntary spasm or movement of muscle.
Right.
And just left it at that.
We're doctors trying to prevent that.
Yup.
So anyway, yeah, the show's back. I was kind of thinking about YouTube and some of the things they got going. They're always changing things, you know. Yeah. They have that rating system. That's been there forever. I think that's been one of the original things, like the rating system, the thumbs up, the thumb down.
Yup.
And it seems kind of ineffective.
Mm-hmm.
I say most people don't really use it. You don't really get anything if it's thumbs up, the thumb down. It's not like your video goes away or something, right?
Yeah, it's just people might decide not to watch it, or just
if it's based on that.
Notice.
See, if honestly, I see a video that's got a lot, I usually try. That's all I'm interested in now.
I usually just don't even pay attention. I watch the video
exactly.
and then see what everyone else thought about the video.
Usually, you don't even look at that first. You look at the title or something. But
yeah,
whatever. But I'm thinking about like how do we get people? I'm trying to help YouTube out here. So how do we get people to use this rating system more? And I'm thinking you replace the thumbs down with just a middle finger. I think people will be hitting that all day.
Yeah, but is that going to be representative of what YouTube is looking for?
That could be a positive or a negative. I'm not sure. But
I mean, if you just have the middle finger constantly.
Just the middle finger button you can hit. And I think that would actually be more effective. It might make the broadcaster feel bad. Because that's what you're trying to do. There needs to be more of a penalty to get the thumbs down.
That's what, no, if you want to make the broadcaster feel bad, that's what YouTube comments are for.
Yeah.
Like, that is exactly what YouTube comments are for. It's making the person who posted the content feel like they regret it.
Yeah. Okay. Not us, though.
I kid, guys. We love you and we love your comments.
Not
it's
us.
Just that. So there are some communities out there that just post the most horrifying things to YouTube.
Oh, it's great. It's funny. But anyway, that's my suggestion, middle finger. And I started thinking about middle finger. I was like, what is that? Like, where does this come? Like, where's this come from? What is it supposed to be? Like, is it supposed to be? It's supposed to be like a dick, John.
The middle finger? I have no idea.
Like, this is like you hold it up. This is what my dick may look like. Take a look at this.
Take a look. It's in a book.
Imagine this is my dick. What do you think? Is that what it is? We gotta do some research on this. Maybe someone can help us out.
Like what? Where the gesture came from?
What is it supposed to be? What's it all about? Have you ever done it to someone? Have you ever even done it before?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't think I've done it on purpose.
By accident?
I mean, I know Vash the Stampede lifts his glasses up with his middle finger, so that's what I always do, but I'm not like giving anyone the finger.
I remember like being a kid, and I don't know who it was, maybe it was my uncle or someone was talking, and they're like, yeah, we were in the car, and this guy, cut us off, and we flipped him the bird. And that's what they said. We flipped him the bird. I don't know how that's also part of it. I don't know what that has to do with the bird. I don't know.
Well,
then I remember
I guess it looks like a scrawny little bird.
The hell kind of birds are you hanging out with? Those are the kind of birds I want to eat on Easter morning. The middle finger birds. So I remember hearing this, and I'm like, that was the bird, man. And I go in the other room, and with my hands, I'm trying to make a bird, because I understand that's something with the hands. So I'm trying to like make a bird. Is this the bird? And I'm trying to do it. And then years later, I might have even asked people in the family, what is the bird? And they just go away or whatever. But
bird is the word, John. You must do the word.
And then years later, I found out it was the middle finger. I didn't really still don't understand to this day. And it's a terrible thing to do. You're really not supposed to do this. You could probably be expelled from school.
It's still. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's still amazing to me that, like, the middle finger, right? Like, what it represents is the F word.
Okay.
The F word is a bad word.
Yes.
But usually, like, it's just weird that's you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think it's supposed to be.
It's so confusing. Like,
this is my private area.
It's the word of. It's like the act of having sex with something. You think it was a compliment, like,
I'm going to jab this finger into you.
No, like, F you, man. I totally do you. You're great. I think you're gorgeous and you have a wonderful personality. Let's have sex. No, that's not what it says. It says kind of like, I mean, I don't even understand.
It's negative.
The only thing I can think of is that it's saying, this is going to be horrible, John, and I apologize, and I feel awkward saying this, but is it because you're basically saying I'm going to rape you?
Whoa.
That's, seriously.
I think so, yeah. No, well, not necessarily, but...
thing that what else could it be?
It's saying, I'm going to rape you with this finger. It's going into you if you don't back up. Like, that's what it is. We're going to find out. People are going to let us know the history. But like these things that are bad, it's so silly. We talked about this before on the show, like these words that people created that we can't say, these symbols that we can't do with our hands. And the way to stop these things is not by, oh, you can't do it, it's banished, don't ever do it. The way to kill it is to change the meaning of it. So
are you suggesting we take it back?
Perhaps. So if all of us together as a universal community did what you said, your suggestion, where it becomes a positive thing, and you start doing it in a positive way, and it has a positive implication to it, suddenly you've destroyed it. You've changed it. And we're better off as a people. But we're humans, and they'll probably just invent some other kind of, the pinky, like in a twisting motion, means go die in a fire or something. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying here, right? Do you understand?
Yeah. But
all the curse words can be changed.
Stop, it's going to come back as something else. In some other form. Yeah,
probably. But like, take any curse word, just make desserts, named them. Suddenly, you've destroyed the negative impact of them.
Well, what if you take it the other way? Well, baked Alaska you!
Yeah, but now you're making that negative.
Yeah, see? It doesn't work the other way. So, like, okay,
that's
so
harder
we're going
to
to
do.
take something like a really bad word, like,
yeah.
But, like, some of them you can't really do.
Oh, you could do any of them.
No.
There's words for things that you don't even know why it's called that.
Like, dude, what about, let's just say butt.
A cup.
Okay.
Well, what is that? That's a word that you know what it means, okay? That couldn't be like, like a curse word couldn't replace that. Let's do that.
I mean, I'm saying a curse word could, but I mean, because the etymology of the word, like, the sound cup, like, if you don't speak English or have never heard English, it doesn't mean anything to you.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
But like,
we need to change. We need to change things. We're gonna make a whole lot of pastries.
The problem is, we know the meanings behind some of these words. Like,
yeah, but it's generational.
You're not going to be able to make a dessert called poop. Okay?
Yes, you can.
No.
Oh, that in the age of the internet and the ironic shit that people love, and oh my god, people go nuts.
I'm googling dessert named poop right now. All right.
I don't know if it exists, but if you made that and you sold it, people will. Oh, I would buy it for sure.
Poop cuisine.
It's
okay,
generational.
No, this is made of poop.
That's people. You're gonna find stuff like people that actually eat that. That's not what we want here.
Cat poop cookies.
It's a controversial subject. Look, I understand. We're starting a fire here on the internet. People are gonna go crazy over this. This is wild.
Oh my gosh! There is actually a cookie called Gorilla Poops.
It's probably a great seller.
Oh,
See, these are freedom fighters. They're changing the meaning of the words.
Oh, no, dude. This is foul.
What did you find?
Okay, they're called cat poop cookies.
Okay.
And what you do is you buy a plastic tray and fill it with graham cracker crumbs.
Yes.
And you make these chocolate cookies that come out, you don't even bake them. They're just brown.
Okay.
No baked cookies. And it's basically like, okay, yeah, maybe you do bake them, and you use like some cake batter, peanuts, chocolate chips, and egg, butter, and like, I don't know if that's Crisco or what the frell that is. And you just roll everything together.
Why does it sound like you're doing this right now? Why does it sound like you're writing this down and you're going to do it tonight?
I'm reading it, and I'm going to, everyone, I will post a link to this recipe on Twitter tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
And I'm so sorry. It's incredibly gross, and I almost vomited.
Why, you wouldn't eat that?
No, it is foul. Oh my gosh, it looks so bad.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, where were we before I decided I wanted to vomit?
I think there's truth to this. I think it holds up. I think we need to start changing the meanings of these words and incorporate them back into our lives. For instance, like terrible words like a whore. That's a terrible term.
Whoa!
So let's say you've on Easter morning, you've stuffed yourself with baby animal, and you're full. Instead of saying I'm full, you say I'm a whore. we've changed the meaning of the word.
I want to say I'm pretty sure that there are people out there who have stuffed themselves a lot and then said that exact phrase.
See, you're not going with this, John.
No, but I see what you're doing.
Negativity. That you need to let go of the past, the negativity that surrounds you, and that you've accepted into your heart.
I'm just saying
there's like a demon inside of you that we have to get rid of.
I'm just saying the exact situation you described has totally happened. Like, totally
That's why I'm using it that way, because it goes along with it.
Oh, gosh. I still have the image of the cookies open. I'm going to close
whatever.
this.
Okay. We're done with this. So thanks to everyone that picked up the Schnoz Made Hole Punch 2 Disc compilation set this week.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Some stuff I forgot to mention last week, some stories around the creation of it. So I worked with this company out of New Jersey to put it together. And the way it worked is you basically, you get your stuff together, you get all your art together. You actually make the physical master disc. I made it with Sony DVD Architect, the trial version. I had about 3 weeks of the trial. And it ended, I think, the day after I was done. But then you basically get all your stuff together, you send it all in, and then they duplicate it and replicate it and all that stuff. But the company was they were real nice. There's this guy, Zach, who works there. He would call me every day. Because I put I put it in there to get the quote, like what we wanted. I get all my information. This guy would call me every day. This guy, Zach. And he was always very enthusiastic about this whole thing. John, it's Zach. How's your project going? And it became this meeting every day where I would just talk to him, and I don't think he knew what I was talking about. I would just lay it on. I was having trouble, or I would just tell him things. Like, I did some color correction. I brought out the color in the blue goo today. I don't think he knew what I was talking about. Oh, okay. That sounds great, John.
So you just described what you were doing when he had no idea what the content of the videos was?
I don't think he did. I don't think he had any idea what was going on, but he would just call every day, so I would just tell him things, But it was nice. It was kind of a nice thing. So, got the master disc together, sent that in. And then we had Mr. Rye Spirit and Sturmgeist did all the artwork. And they did an incredible job. But it came down to the point where we had to submit it, so you have to upload it to the site. And we're having some problems with this. It wasn't working out. So I called Zach.
Yeah.
And Zach's like, all right, just send it to me. Just email it to me. I'll figure it out. So I sent him all the art. He calls me back. He's all excited. John, I have to tell you, okay? We don't usually do this, but this is among the best art we've ever seen on a project. It's incredible. And I had to agree. I mean, the thing looks...
It's gorgeous.
It looks gorgeous. It looks very professional. Couldn't be happier with how it came out. So it looks awesome. So then it goes through a whole process where you have to proof everything. So you're on the website looking at all the stuff, and then you're on the phone with them at the same time. And then you're like, okay, this is the disc. This is what's going on the disc. This is what's going on. This is what you want on the cover. And you have to sign for it. And then you have to tell them as well, verbally,
that you're good. Oh, wow. You actually have to speak on the phone with them.
Yeah, because, I mean, this is quite a lot of money going around. They have to invest material into this, and there's no going back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to proof everything. So we go through this whole process. It's insane. This guy calls me every day. We got all this stuff together, proofed everything, and I'm all excited because the discs are coming. They arrived, I think, the day before my birthday. Get the 2 boxes, bust them open. The case looks great. It's shrink wrapped. Rip it open it up, and of course the insert that the little paper inside. That one side has Rise Art and the other side has the track listing for the discs. It's messed up. They didn't
I remember when you called me, you were like, "What do we do? Like, we send them back?"
I'm like, "I don't know what to do. I don't want to send them back. I want to keep them. What do I do? Should I get a refund or have a?" So I called Zach and told him what happened. They had the UPS guy come right back to the house, picked up the boxes.
Wow, like that same day?
They overnighted them back. They've opened all the cases back up, fixed the thing, re-shrink wrapped them, overnighted them back to me. So
it was incredible.
So then we got them all, and that's how it happened. But like I told you, something's always got to go wrong because it's hole punch,
Yeah.
Since it's hole punch, something's got to happen, So that was that, man. But anyway, you got hole punch onto Comedy Central, right? What happened here? Tell us about this.
Okay,
What's going on here?
So Comedy Central has this program called Comedy Central Crew. They said they said that I could tweet about it and talk about it, and you guys can sign up at comedycentralcrew.com if you want. Basically, they send you surveys and pilots for new shows and whatnot, and then if you fill out the survey, you get entered into a chance to win a contest. And obviously, the odds of winning one of these are incredibly slim. You know, it's one in however many people filled out the dang survey. Well, I filled one of them out.
Yeah.
And then I got a message saying, congratulations, you've won. What's your address? Can you send me a photo? And what shows do you like? Just like, I live here. And I like Key and Peele and The Daily Show and The Colbert Report and Workaholics and South Park. And inside, oh gosh, how did I forget her name? Amy Schumer.
Yes.
Inside Amy Schumer.
You like every show they have, apparently.
Well,
he was named every show.
I like comedy.
All right, so you won this contest. What happened here?
Yeah, so they asked me for a photo. I'm like, okay, I don't have a photo. I'm at the office right now. I don't have a photo. If you can wait, I will send you a photo when I get home. So I sent them the photo of Hole Punch in the Epic Mail for the first time when he's standing in front of the monitor looking really confused.
Yeah.
And so I got an email that got sent to everybody who was in Comedy Central Crew saying, here are our winners. And it said John H. from Stanford. And there's a picture of Hole Punch in the mask, like just looking confused next to a picture of Robin Williams and some other guy.
Well, the dream was to get a Hole Punch on Comedy Central. We've done it. Now we can retire.
Yeah.
It has been
Not
done.
to mention they sent me some cool stuff.
What'd you get?
They sent me a set of South Park glasses, like 4 of them, and they're colored like the kids.
Jon Stewart's used water bottle.
That's the thing, man. They sent me The Daily Show with Jon Stewart mug.
Yes.
And I started tearing up because I know that he's not going to be on The Daily Show for much longer.
Yeah.
I'm like, do I even use this mug? Do I like seal it away from the world?
Do you remember when we went to The Daily Show?
Oh, I do indeed. That was so much fun.
When was that? And that was a while ago. That was before the show existed.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, John got... Well, it was for my birthday. It was another birthday gift. You're big on birthdays, John, except for your own. It seems like you try to deliver for people's birthdays.
I don't want to F up.
Why do you feel this need to do this?
I don't know. I do like surprising people, but the problem is I don't want people to feel like I'm always going to, kick butt on their birthday because that's not going to happen.
Well, next year I'm looking for something huge from you.
I mean,
well, John's like, let's go to the Daily Show. So we go down, and what is the deal? There's no tickets. You just have to wait.
Well, you have to. Back then, they changed it around.
Okay.
But back then, you went to their website, and every now and then, their website would have tickets available, and you click on their website, say, I want tickets, and they'd give you I think they give you like a code or something.
Uh-huh.
Or a printout. And then you'd have to go to the Daily Show studio the day you picked and wait in line and be there before they run out of tickets.
Okay.
So you don't even get a guaranteed seat. You only get a guaranteed seat if you get there early enough. And then, but if they don't have enough seats, they'll let in random people too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to sit there and wait. Then for the Colbert Report, they had a similar thing. But then eventually, I think you had to fill out a form. And then if you were lucky, they'd email you and say, hey, maybe you can get tickets now.
I remember going down and we waited hours on this line. And it was probably 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah. Not the Celsius thing you fancy guys are into, okay? But, yeah, I just remember you brought a Zune or something. Zune? What was that thing? The Zune?
Yeah, I have a Zune.
We watched Top Gear.
Yeah.
For 4 hours. And then
let's not get into that, though.
And then we watched The Daily Show live, which is about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It was crazy how, it was just so professional. I mean, they have the ushers bring you right in. You're sitting here. Boom, boom. Stewart comes out. They run through a bunch of pre-tape stuff.
Well, you forgot something else too.
What? What am I forgetting?
The warm-up guy.
Oh, I don't even remember this guy.
Yeah, dude, they have a warm-up comic come out before the Daily Show to get the audience
he's the new He's the new host of the show, right?
I don't know. I thought it was just some random dude.
Whoa. A random dude.
I'm sure the warm-up guy?
Oh, yeah, probably, yeah. It was a guy from The Line. So, I don't know. It was a good time, though, when we went. That was it's definitely inspiring, perhaps led to the creation of this very program.
Yeah, it was.
Which is on equal stature and importance of The Daily Show.
Oh, most certainly.
Yeah, Daily Show is one of those shows I like a lot, but I never get to watch.
Yup, same thing.
There's probably like 10 different shows that I love to see, but it just never works out schedule-wise or whatever. And it's like, oh yeah, I love that show. I haven't seen it in 3 years. You know, it's sad. It's one of those things.
Yeah.
But anyway,
you did mention Top Gear.
Yeah.
Which had some controversy recently.
Yeah. I know about it.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I forgot. Not Hammond. One of the
Jeremy, right?
Yeah, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Jeremy Clarkson. He got sacked. He punched a producer apparently. I don't know producers. Yeah, it's. I really don't know what to say.
Hey man, it's crazy business.
Okay. Yeah, it stinks that it happened. I'll leave it at that, I guess.
All right. So anyway, we're bringing these discs to the post office the last couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
I've also been selling a lot of my belongings on eBay. Just kind of a clean house. Get so much junk.
Yeah.
So I've been going to the post office pretty regularly. Gotten to know the people there. You couldn't like drop the I do the prepaid labels, so you could drop them off. But I always get on the line because a couple of times I drop this stuff off, and there's like no record of it ever existing. You drop it off, and I don't know what happens. It disappears. So I go up to the counter, get the receipt. At least there's some kind of proof. Because even if you get insurance, if they never scan it in the first place,
then it
doesn't matter.
Show up.
Yeah, it's happened to me like twice, dude.
Ugh.
So I always go up to the counter and get to know the peeps a little bit. The things you see in there, though, man. There's people that get on the line. Not only do they not have labels, they don't even have a box for their things. I've seen this so many times, dude. You just get on the line with items. Like this guy had a bunch of lotions.
Did he put them in the basket?
Maybe sending them to Buffalo Bill, but just lotions, and he gets to the counter, puts them down. I'm going to mail this. Do you have a box? No. Label, nothing. There's a line of people, and you got to wait for this guy to, just weird, man. I've seen that a couple times.
Like, it's nice that you can help somebody if they don't have anything, but more people should really make the effort.
Just come on. You don't know you need a box or a label or nothing? Whatever. But,
it's obvious.
There's this guy screaming. I walked in there one day, this guy was yelling. I don't know what happened to him, but he's going, in today's world of technology, this could happen? How could this happen in today's world of technology? So I assume his package got lost or whatever happened, right?
Yeah, that's my guess.
So yeah, it's other people behind the counter. It's not their fault.
No, not at all. Like they're the ones who took the package. They're not the ones who moved it.
Yeah.
Who drove the truck away.
It's wacky stuff.
Yeah, that's what drives me nuts. Because we can get it stinks. Like I feel kind of selfish and entitled because we can get packages delivered to work, and I think I've complained about this before. If you order something from Amazon and you have like Prime shipping, it's a toss-up whether it comes USPS or UPS. If it comes USPS to the office, it takes an extra 3 days to get your package because there's some weird complicated system for getting mail there. So every time I order something, if it's USPS, I just don't get it for a week.
I understand it's frustrating. You don't get your package, stuff gets lost. It happened to me. And then the thing with the insurance that you have to even buy that is insane. Because you're paying to ship it, but there's no guarantee it'll get there unless you give us insurance money.
Extra money.
If you pay for insurance,
it's like racketeering, man.
Then we'll give you a refund on the thing that we lost. Right?
Yeah, right? It's like, so would you like to get some insurance for your package? It would be a shame if something were to happen to it.
Yeah. The insurance in general is just weird. We were talking about the health insurance last week.
It's
the whole idea of insurance. Let's pay money every whatever because you might need the thing eventually, and then they'll help you. I don't know. It's weird. It's very odd.
Well, there's more. It works on the fact that, or at least health insurance, that there's more people who are paying for insurance than need all that money from getting sick.
Yeah.
So, for insurance companies,
just pay this thing in case you do possibly get sick.
But you're
then you could pay. Then they'll help you pay it.
Yeah, but
not just pay for the thing when you need it, and we'll somehow help. I don't know. But anyway, it's kind of like, especially with the packages. It's like going to a restaurant, and you buy the food, and then they just don't bring it out unless you pay the insurance. Then
that's happened to me. They forgot my orders, man.
Yeah, you didn't get the insurance. Then maybe.
Yeah, dude. I went to a restaurant and we went to a Peruvian restaurant, and I'm like, you know what? F this. I'm getting steak and eggs, man. This is gonna be my great meal for the week. This is gonna be awesome. I order steak and eggs, and everyone else gets their food, and I'm like, wow, I guess it's taking a long time to cook the steak. Dang, man. I'm like, pardon me, where's my steak and eggs? They're like, you're what now? Like, my
yeah, but at least you didn't pay first. That'd be the post office. You paid first.
No.
And then they just don't do what they're supposed to do. And then they're like, well, you didn't get insurance on this.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, everyone else is like, no, just stay there and eat. It's cool. I'm like, shouldn't I just package this up and go back to work? Like, no. So I'm sitting there wolfing it down as fast as humanly possible. Because they had to cook the dang thing from that moment on.
So, let's see here. So I've been talking a little bit recently about I'm working on some things. And I've been writing a lot of things. I've been experimenting with some editing techniques. Been watching a lot of videos and tutorials and stuff, trying to learn a lot of stuff. And I'm working on stuff, and once in a while I'll send things to OJ. Or Mr. Ed Trotter will sometimes get some stuff from me, and it kind of see what you guys think about what I've put together. You know, so I've had some interesting experiences with OJ. Some funny reactions from him.
What, did you compile them in a list?
I have a list of things that.
Are you serious?
It's not very big. Don't worry.
Okay.
It's more humorous than anything, John.
I believe you.
We had a conversation where we were talking about some writing one night, and I had this idea for this guy who drinks urine. He drinks his own urine. He drinks other people's urine. It sounds weird out of context, but this is a real important Oscar-worthy piece here.
Yeah, it's an important part of the plot too.
Well, we're not. They don't know. It's not a spoiler really. But this guy just drinks a lot of urine, and he'll start hallucinating and things like that. He'll have all these kind of problems because of this urine drinking, consistently drinking it. And John's just going, no, it's not believable. It's like, what do you mean it's not believable? Drinking urine would not do that. It's perfectly fine to drink urine. It's okay. He wouldn't hallucinate. It'd be fine.
He wouldn't.
So I'm going. So if you show a character drinking other people's urine, his own urine, like every day, if you showed him hallucinate, it wouldn't be believable. He's like, yeah, you can't do that.
Unless he's drinking urine from people who are hopped up on psychedelics.
Or if they have maybe some kind of like gonorrhea or something. Maybe.
Oh! Now my eye hurts.
So that was just that was like 20-minute conversation of just not believable. And I kind of was like, all right, fine. I don't know the science behind it.
I mean, I just couldn't. I don't know. It's weird. Like we can have a plunger that sucks the evil out of people, but
I actually researched it.
Doesn't make you hallucinate.
And there's people that actually do drink it.
Yeah, haven't you seen Dodgeball, a true underdog story?
Yeah, but that's another thing. He was referencing things that were like fiction.
Patches, but it's true though. Urine is sterile.
He's
you can drink it.
He's going, yeah. What was the other one you brought up? You brought up like 2 different characters from movies that drink urine.
Oh, and Beer Fest.
And beer, but they're not real. Those are films.
Regardless,
and they're comedies too.
Regardless, it's still true that you can drink urine and it's not going to make you hallucinate and go crazy.
But if you're drinking other people's urine, I think it might.
I mean, maybe like if you don't eat or drink anything else, maybe you'll.
If you're drinking 10 different people every day, a bottle of their urine every day, strangers, I think.
I still don't think that it's
the guy in Dodgeball did it. It's perfectly all right. Whatever. So. I think I'm going to drink it myself. That's the only thing I can do to prove you. I have to start drinking it. Anyway, that said on this other one, we don't want to spoil things too much, okay? Are you still there?
Yeah.
Why are you getting upset?
Not upset.
So we said on this other one, and I don't know. It's a little out there. I don't think it was anything too crazy considering all the things that do exist out there. That go on in movies and TV and stuff. But I sent this to him and I get a response it was like past midnight. And he's like, wow, very dark. Is everything okay?
Yeah, it was dark, dude.
Well, John, I'm glad to know that if you ever were concerned about me, you'd go through the trouble of sending an email in the wee hours of the night. I thought this was a circle of trust, of ideas, creativity, sharing thoughts, freedoms.
It's not bad.
Very judgmental.
It was just dark, man. I just was worried.
It was very dark. Well, I appreciated that. It was nice. I sent it to Ed, and he was like, well, OJ's not wrong for being worried about you. Don't hold it against him. And the last time I sent you something, John goes, I got a response, is this from you? Which I just...
Oh, yeah.
I still don't really understand. Which I still, he goes, did you send that? Was that really from you? It seemed weird. So we thought maybe I was hacked or something. And
yeah, because it was really suspicious looking email.
It was a suspicious looking email from me. All right, so that's a little bit of what goes on. A lot getting done, as you can tell here. But yeah, everything we're working on stuff. I think I'm not trying to bother John too much. I think John's a good soldier. He's ready when he's called.
I will do my duty.
And John, of course, the best soldiers get the toughest jobs. You ever hear that quote before? That's why you get the tough jobs, man.
Worried now?
But no. I mean, I don't have a script that's really perfect yet. That's why I'm not. Let's go. 'Cause it's a lot of work to get everything together and all that stuff. But that's definitely what I want to do. I want to make films and stuff like that. So
you're off to a great start.
We'll get there, Johnny. Well, look at you. I mean, you put the whole thing together, John.
I helped.
You're the man.
You're the man now, dog.
Let's talk about actual good things that are happening in the entertainment world. 2 days from now, Daredevil's coming on Friday on Netflix.
Oh, gosh, this Friday? Oh, I'm going to have to cancel all my plans.
Really? Just going to binge this thing, huh?
I was supposed to play Warhammer, but...
So Netflix, I don't have Netflix. I haven't had it in years.
What?
I was actually one of the first people to have it, believe it or not. And the first time I ever heard about it was, I think it was like 99 or 2000 is when they opened the subscriptions up. And Mikey, we talked about Mikey on the Toys R Us episode of the show. Mikey the Vampire. He was a big, huge movie guy. So he would go to Blockbuster every week. I think on Tuesdays is when the movies came out. And he would get like 10 different movies. Straight to DVD things. He knew everything. Yep. He knew every actor. He was like the IMDb before that. You could ask him
anything.
He would tell you some guy's entire career.
What was Alan Tudyk in?
He would tell you. I don't know. I couldn't do it. But he's a big movie guy. He found out about this thing, Netflix. And at that time, it was just the mail order. They would just send you these little envelopes, the discs in them. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah, you should get into it. They're accepting a certain amount of people from the area to try it out. And I was like, I hated Blockbuster my whole life. Because the Buster came in, they killed every cool, unique mom-and-pop video store. And that was kind of what was going on that whole time period in the 90s.
Yeah.
You had a lot of mom-and-pop stuff from the 70s and 80s. In the 90s, they all got wiped out by some kind of corporate chain. And that's all you have today. You know, that's all you got today.
Death by strawberries.
And that's a whole other conversation for another time. But it was basically the Epic Mail. That was the Blockbuster. They came in, wiped out everybody, and all you had was them. And the reason people go to these chains is because all the prices were lower. But the best thing for the consumer is not lower prices. It's options. It's choices. You know? And there was no more choices. It was just Blockbuster. I was like Netflix. All right, yeah, this is going to hurt the Buster. This is going to kill the Buster.
It's going to bust the Buster.
I'm obsessed with destroying them. Yes, and I got it. And sure enough, they did kill them. So God bless them for that. But I was into it. I was getting the 3 at a time. And this is the time period where it was a weird time for me. I just got out of high school, or was in high school, and to the point where I was not in high school anymore. And I didn't really have much direction. And I was just watching movies at an alarming, insane rate. And just watching them, sending them back, and going to the site and picking the next thing. And, yeah, it was nuts. All kinds of stuff, man. Getting British comedies and you had access to things that you couldn't usually get at Blockbuster or Netflix. It was Netflix at that time. They had pretty much anything that was on DVD. They had it, and maybe they only had like a couple copies. You had to wait a little while, but you would get it. So it was great. It was a great time. It was a great educational time period. I remember we got the movie me and my friend Kevin sometimes would watch the movies. We wanted to see this movie Unbreakable. Unbreakable, John. Sam Jackson's in it. It's a Shyamalan movie, I believe. So it shows up in the mail, and the movie called Unbreakable is completely broken. The disc is shattered in multiple pieces. So I wonder what happened if it was someone did that purposely, you know.
Just to spite.
But yeah, looks like I'm gonna get the Netflix again for the Daredevil show. But there's so many shows right now. I got there's a bunch of shows I'm watching now. Too many. You got Arrow and Flash, which I've caught up with. When the show's on hiatus, I took the time to catch up with these shows. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I watch for some reason. It's okay. Gotham. Game of Thrones is back on Sunday.
And, that soon?
Just so many comic shows in a world that I saw where people used to take a beating for liking comics. Now everything is comics, you know.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
And stuff from the 90s coming back. X-Files coming back for a run on Fox.
Yeah, I don't even... Is it the same people?
Yes, it's Mulder, Scully, yes. David Duchovny. Were you an X-Files fan?
I saw a few episodes. I didn't really see a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I used to get down on Sunday nights. I think it was an hour of The Simpsons, and then the X-Files, and that was it for me. I was in heaven. It's nice. Two very
classics.
Different things, but they kind of work together. And then they did the Simpsons episode with the X-Files characters on it.
Oh,
that
yeah.
led into the X-Files after.
One.
I was like, wow, that was something.
Just having Mulder talking to himself in the middle of nowhere.
But the big thing I want to talk about here, John, the 90s are resurfacing. And of course, our arch nemesis, our enemy here on the program, is coming back, I think, to spite us. So Full House may be coming back to Netflix as a Netflix series with the title Fuller House. And I believe this is in direct retaliation to us because we have stated all along that our main purpose with the show is to do more episodes of our show that Full House had. And we're getting there. We're very close. And suddenly they're returning.
They're just trying to beat us out, man.
Second of all, if you go back to the show, episode 103, which is from September of 2013, we actually came up with this title, Fuller House.
Yeah, we called it. We
said Fuller House. And there you go. So what I'm going to do right now is you're going to hear the snippet from that episode of the show 103. So here you go. All the fall shows are coming out. OJ and I, our ideas got denied by all the major networks. Our great ideas, like Full House 2, Family Matters 2. These were ideas that we had.
Can you imagine Full House 2? Everybody's bigger now, so there'd be even less room in the house.
Fuller House. All right, so there it was, John. The proof.
What was it?
The proof. Well, you're not actually going to hear it. It's going to be edited in.
Okay.
But the proof. You're waiting to hear it?
I'm like, I don't think I'm going to hear it unless
He's like, where was it?
But...
Where was it? So yeah, we actually said Fuller House would be the title, and it's kind of a bad title, I think, you know.
Yeah, I mean, if we came up with it, then it's obviously great, but if they come up with it, it's awful.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Or maybe the opposite of that, but Saget, I expect Saget to come on here and talk about this, maybe, let us know. Why did you steal it? Why'd you steal the idea? If you're going to steal the idea, at least come on the program, right?
Yeah, and recognize that what we did was name your show.
So like we said, the 90s returning. Something I did not expect, Mallrats.
Yeah, like, I thought that was just, like... I can't believe that that's actually happening. I thought
Mallrats 2, we're very interested to see what this would be. I love the original movie. I got it on VHS on my birthday. A friend of mine got it for me on VHS. And it was just weird, such a weird movie. There's always things that kind of go under the radar. And it happens now, but people will eventually find it. People post about it or link it out or whatever. Back then, it was literally like word of mouth. And here, watch this. Trading tapes. Watch it, because it came out in the theater. I don't think it had a very good run. Maybe it lasted a couple days or something, or it wasn't a wide release. But then it was like this movie that just became this cult thing, and people were passing it around. And a friend of mine got it for me when I was in Catholic school, we had to kind of like sneak it in. Like, put this in your bag, just for you, you know. And this very friend I reconnected with recently, he actually works in like films.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, works for like a production company and stuff. So I've been talking to him a little bit. But I watched the movie every year on my birthday. I don't watch the VHS anymore. I got the DVD now. But if you watch this movie, it's so ahead of its time. It came out in '95. It's about a character that loves superheroes.
Go figure.
Stan Lee's in the movie. That was like the first time people saw Stan Lee. Or who is he? Oh, this is this guy who made all these characters, and he had a role in the movie. And there's a scene where with Brody, he's talking to Jay Muse, and they're talking about Wolverine. And Jay starts doing like the Wolverine motions, and Brody's like, he's talking to the other guy, and he's like, what he's doing now is mimicking Wolverine's Berserker barrage attack, or something like that. And just to have like characters in a movie talking about Wolverine, that was insane. And never mind the fact Wolverine, you would never expect Wolverine to be in a movie. That'd be impossible.
Oh no, that's not a thing.
But they're talking about Wolverine. Whoa, you know. So there you go.
I mean, it went there, and it brought that out there.
At that time, it was like, well, they're talking about Wolverine in a movie?
Like, you couldn't believe it. Like,
yeah.
Wolverine, that's what I talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a totally different world in those days. So I don't know what the sequel could bring, but interested to find out. Have you heard of this movie, Pixels? Have you heard about this?
Yes, but...
Here's the description of this movie, and let's see what you think about it. When intergalactic aliens misinterpret video feeds of classic arcade games as a declaration of war against them, they attack the Earth, using the game's models for their various assaults. President Will Cooper, who's Kevin James, calls to his childhood best friend, 80s video game champion Sam Brenner, played by Adam Sandler, now a home theater installer, to lead a team of old-school arcaders, Peter Dinklage and Josh Gad, to defeat aliens and save the planet. So it's basically like there's a giant, like I saw the pictures, is like a giant Pac-Man that's eating the city.
Yeah, just destroying it all.
And these arcade guys have to, like, they know how to stop it because they played the games. What do you think about this? Adam Sandler with Peter Dinklage.
I mean, it could be
Kevin
good,
James.
But it's probably just going to be a fun, silly movie.
Yeah. It could be fun. It's no Get Hard, I think, but no, I think it's cool that Adam Sandler's not doing an Adam Sandler movie. You know what I mean?
He's doing someone else's movie.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, he's not bad. I think, he does his movies just for fun. I think. He does them for his friends to have a job and just
He's made enough money. He's made some money in the day. So I know something you wanted to talk about, something about fear. What is this about? Tell us what's going on.
Okay. So here's the question. I found out the other day, earlier today, that there was a post saying that somebody bought the rights to Five Nights at Freddy's, terrifying jump scare horror game, and that someone might make a movie about it. I mentioned this to some friends of mine, which started this whole huge conversation about, because one of my friends is scared of the game and refuses to play. Another one of, and that's the thing. It's not me. Well, I refuse to play because I don't like it and it would scare me, but nobody seems to have a problem with me not wanting to play it, but whatever. So the question being, if you're afraid of a video game, like you're afraid to play this video game, is it necessary for you to have to conquer your fear in order to live a fulfilling life?
If you're afraid of the game?
If you're afraid to play the video game.
So if I'm afraid of a video game, do I need to actually get over the fear to move on with my life?
Yes.
I don't, unless it's impacting your job or your friendships, or that's how you know like that's the definition of a problem. I think if it's impacting you in a negative way. So if it has some kind of negative thing, I don't think it depends. I guess.
I mean, I'm afraid to go skydiving. Do I have to go skydiving now? I mean, that's my logic, right?
Yeah,
I think it follows.
Yeah, but if you have to skydive to eat, then maybe you have to do it.
Like, I'm afraid of needles and whatnot. They frighten me. They freak me out. I still get blood drawn. I still get shots when I need to.
This is a great opportunity because this guy who's being this guy, I have to help this friend conquer the fear. You have to just scare the hell out of this man. You have to go into his home in the wee hours of the morning, covered in blood. You have to drag him to the grave. You have someone else grab his leg who's buried in the dirt and pull him under. I mean, there's just so many things that could be done here. It's opportunities. Because he's asking, this guy's afraid of something.
Yeah, I mean...
And I bet something's ridiculous, too.
I mean, I think if there are legitimate fears that people should try and conquer, but the other thing is, if one person doesn't think it's really affecting their life negatively, it's not your job to say, no, you're wrong, we're fixing you.
Yeah.
That's my thought. It's not your job as a friend to fix your other friends, and I think that's the important thing. If they think they're fine, you're entitled to tell them your opinion, but if they tell you that they're fed up with it, I mean, what more can you do?
That's it. It's done. Sometimes people can, evolve on their own. You just have to be, yelling in their face. But yeah, you definitely got to come up with something to get that guy. I'll help you out with it if you want. We'll draw some plans up, and
how to get revenge.
Well, I think it's a good lesson.
Yeah, but we're not supposed to teach our friends lessons.
The person that's trying to teach the lesson, that person needs to learn the lesson of not teaching lessons. Okay? It's pretty obvious. So, your parents. We're talking about your parents a little bit last week.
Yeah.
Do you ever have issues with your parents using technology and they're having trouble and they drag you into their crazy situation?
They've called me for help for installing routers and stuff.
Yeah. So my parents, one day, they're like, the phone doesn't work. It's just not working. We could call people, but no one could call us.
Uh-oh.
We never know if they're calling. So I go to the phone, and they have it on mute.
Oh.
They just muted the whole thing. So I just hit the button, and so then it happens again. They're like, the phone, not working. We don't know what to do. So I check it's not muted this time. So I'm like, what's going on? So I call the phone myself and I hear ringing like in another room. So I find out my father's cell phone's ringing when you call the house phone.
What?
Like, what happened here? So I start questioning him and he's like denying, I don't know what happened. I have no idea. I don't know what's going on. And then eventually it's like, oh yeah, I downloaded this app where I could get the calls. Like they didn't remember. And then I'm like, all right, well, close the app, so then we'll see what happens. So he's like, all right, it's closed. So it's still happening. So I called the cable company, talking to them, and then I look at his phone, and he didn't actually close the app. Because I'm like, that's not how you close it. I'm like, show me how you close it. So he puts it on, it hits back.
But,
dude. Like, it's not how you close it. So it's weird because there's so many options for these things now, like phones and those weird stuff, and it's like over a lot of people's heads, I think, and they want to try to do it, but they just wind up messing things up, and I don't know. I don't usually try to do things like that unless I kind of need to use it, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
I don't know what the hell the phone does. I mean, but if I need to figure something out or I need to accomplish something, I'll like, okay, does it do that?
Like, I might download an application for my phone because I am fed up of not being able to pick different ringtones for different text messages from different people. Right,
yeah. Well, I think, it's just a lot for them to handle and as getting up in the age. But you think about technology they had, it was all very clunky and it wasn't very subtle. Like a VCR, you just took a tape and you freaking jammed it in. There's like 3 buttons. You know what I mean? Because they had technology, but all of it was tapes. Just jam it in. Or you can be rough with things, and there's not like a lot of options. So now there's so many options, there's so many opportunities for things to get screwed up. And but it's just wacky, man. Because when you get the call, it's like, this doesn't work. They're like, what did you do?
Yeah, right.
You gotta yell in their face. What are you doing?
What did you do?
Exactly. Yeah. Do you ever find this situation with your folks?
Nothing that bad.
Modems.
it's not usually an issue with what did you do. It's just, I don't know, like the router had to be reset or something, or they couldn't get settings to work on this or that.
Do you think this will happen to us?
Probably, but I don't know.
Really?
I don't know what sort of... We're much more used to different types of technology now, but I wonder if our parents thought the same thing.
They were too.
Yeah. So I get the feeling I wonder what sort of clunky stuff we're going to be confused about, like controlling things with our minds. We're just going to be like,
this hologram
I'm not
TV.
used to mental control.
This hologram phone doesn't work. It's like, oh, you had it on mute.
Dad, you didn't put your glasses on. Dad, you didn't put your eyes in.
Yeah. You didn't take your injection. The nanobots.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So something to look forward to, man. Just, you work your whole life and then you're in a situation where you can't even function anymore and your kid laughs at your face.
Yeah. It's going to be great.
Gotta stay on top of the curve, man. That's what it's all about. You gotta stay on top of the technology and don't let it pass you by, friends. That's the story of today's program.
Don't let it pass you
Don't
by.
let things pass you by. You get an injury, you put on a brace. Right? OG took his off, it's fine. You want to eat a baby animal, you do so.
It's the bones that make this crunchy.
You don't wonder if it's a sheep or a lamb, doesn't matter. You're going to eat it. It's going in your body.
It's a shoop.
And you respect it, my friends.
2 sheep, 1 shoop.
That's right, yeah. And that's going to wrap us up for the week. I want to encourage everyone to go to STAYBALLSY.com, check out what's going on there. It's a beautiful website Mr. Serafix and I put together for you. Show page especially, it's got everything you need there. It's got every MP3, every video. It's got the links to the iTunes, Stitcher, all that stuff. Schnozman Hole Punch page, got to watch every episode. It's got a bunch of the promo videos and all that jazz. You listen to music on there. Read OJ's crazy blogs that might destroy your mind. Make you afraid. It's possible. And of course, Schnozman Hole Punch 2-disc compilation set is on Blu-ray. 1999. Over 13 hours of content. I want to mail that to you wherever you are in the world. Send it your way. ASAP. I'll be on it. Pick it up tonight. I'll be boxing it up. Comes from all. You get the signed OJ autograph as well. That's going to do it.
Burn my half of it because you probably don't want it. Because I'm sad.
Wow.
I actually just clapped my hands and it hurts, so that's why I'm sad and depressed.
Get that brace on, Johnny.
Maybe.
All right, friends. Thank you very much. We'll be back next week. Johnny boy, take us out.
On behalf of all of us, have a wonderful, undetermined period of time.
This has been a production of STAYBALLSY.com, the best in free and optional entertainment. Have a pleasant evening, and remember, stay ballsy. Don't take any shit from anyone.